Hey, Vsauce, Dino here.
Hey, Luis here.
Andreas here.
Liam.
Lewis here, and today we're going to be talking about something that's kind of controversial. Recently there have been a lot of times where YouTube has been taking down content of a lot of users that they call either spreading misinformation or conspiracy theories or endangering public health. So actually there are a few articles I have here. One of them from the Washington Post talks about YouTube banning firearm safety videos after the recent controversy about gun rights in America. There are some that talk about how conservatives are being unfairly targeted, but largely about bigger names like Alex Jones, people that propagate a lot of conspiracy theories, as well as the fact that there have been people who have said things about the leaders of movements like the Parkland movement that they've only been paid actors, and so people like these have had their videos taken down, and so there's a lot of uproar on the internet about if YouTube should be able to do this and if it should continue the policy of effectively censoring people.
Alright, so while I disagree with what Alex Jones is saying, saying like these people are paid actors, I don't think that makes any sense. I think it's
Well, it wasn't actually him that said that. It was different users that said stuff like that. But he's actually involved in a lot of other conspiracies.
Yeah, well, people of this nature saying this, just conspiracy theorists in general, I guess. Well, I don't agree with them. We are in America, and I feel like they do have a right to say what they want. It's not like they're not like harming anyone by saying this. They just have a certain point of view that they want to get out there.
Now the thing is, in defense of YouTube, when you're saying things about like shootings and gun laws and saying controversial, making controversial comments about like the Parkland shooting, YouTube has kind of has the right to take control and take down videos because they're a company, and you have to think like a company does not want to be associated with somebody who's saying that the Parkland shootings were like staged. Like like you have to think of in defense of them.
But you also have so many videos on YouTube. It's like this is only such a minority part of the videos on YouTube.
No, but like if we look at like YouTube channels like Alex Jones and all of them, they're not small parts of YouTube. They're big. They make it to other social media platforms, and YouTube has to be able to defend itself and say like we're not for this, because there are a lot of people who will give YouTube total garbage for like allowing content like that on their channel. So they have to be able to take that off, saying this is not us.
Yeah. You also get to a point where people are posting like extremist videos and such. That's actually not allowed. Like a lot of the debate centers around like is censorship allowed? Like under the First Amendment, we have freedom of speech and all that stuff. But under the Supreme Court case of Brandenburg versus Ohio, they actually ruled that any speech that promotes violence or such in that matter is allowed to be censored. So by that logic, YouTube is allowed to actually take down any videos that promote this violent rhetoric.
Especially if you have videos talking about shootings.
I think the most important thing here is that YouTube is owned by Google, which is a private company. The censorship is illegal when the government censors citizens. YouTube is its own entity, and it can do whatever it wants.
But I don't necessarily think that the argument is about does YouTube have the right, because of course YouTube has the right. They are a private entity, they are owned by Google. They can censor and remove content from their site if they wish. But the question kind of becomes, should they even do that? They may have the right to, but does it mean they have to exercise it? And I would say that YouTube really shouldn't, because in a lot of cases, even though there may be people who do spread false information through the internet, whether it be the Alex Joneses of the world, or whether it be other no-names that seem to blow up on the internet, it seems like these are all people who are able to spread the misinformation if that's what they wish. And while it might not be a legal issue, it's more of a moral issue that YouTube shouldn't just be taking down content.
It's also up to the individual. It's like
exactly.
If you want to take it in, it's like you don't have to watch the full video. If you don't like it, just click off. And it's like you can't stop these people from saying their view. It's not like they're like Andreas said, if they're promoting dangerous ideals. They're just saying their opinion. I don't think it's to that extreme. And if they think it's that extreme, they should just put a warning when you click on the video.
Like you said, they are a private company, and you can tell them not to say that, and you can take down their videos for saying that. But also, the way YouTube makes money is by ads, and look, you're gonna have if you're like if you're a big company, I'm sorry, you're not gonna want to run your ad on a video that's saying that the Parkland shooting was staged, or that these conspiracy theories. As a big company, you're not gonna want to run your ads on these videos. Any company is not gonna want to run their ads on those videos. So. When thinking of how YouTube is trying to approach this, they want to make money. They are a company, so yes, they should take down these videos if it's gonna deduce their ad revenue.
Yeah, on that topic, this is kind of similar to the whole adpocalypse where someone posts
This is adpocalypse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, except instead of demonetizing, they removed.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is.
They had an ad on a video that was unsavory, and some Coca-Cola or something ad ran on, and Coca-Cola didn't like them, so they pulled their ads from YouTube.
Yeah.
And so it's just a business decision that advertisers who are using YouTube don't want it to be associated with this content
Yeah, well, so I could
So YouTube has a business prerogative to
Yeah.
From that point of view, I
Agreed.
can see that because YouTube is free. You don't gotta pay to watch a video on YouTube. What's the main way that they make money? It's from ads. So I can understand that from a business point of view, Google, the mother company
It
doesn't
makes
want
sense.
Here's the
lower
thing.
business because of these videos. I can see that.
The only thing, and I do get the whole business argument, because YouTube is a business and Google is a business overall as the parent company.
Yeah.
But, then you have this idea of, well, what do we define as dangerous content?
Yeah, that's
Where does
what
this
I'm
go?
going to.
That's where the problem
Because
leads.
look, even though I may even feel like people who could advocate for things that are potentially extremist, I even think there's a conversation there if they should be taken
Yeah.
down, and I'm more strongly towards keeping it up. But the thing is,
I agree. Yeah.
who defines what extremist content is? Does
Yeah.
that just mean anyone who's on a further right spectrum than the Republican Party, or a further left spectrum than the Democratic
It's
Party?
rather vague. Yeah.
Where does this go, and who really defines, and
Yeah.
effectively controls what we're seeing?
Look,
Yes,
I agree with
it's
you on that. There have been, and there you can see there's a lot of YouTubers who have had Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat is he's one of the most popular YouTubers. He's extremely kind, family friendly. Some of his content is maybe a little for older people, but he does vlogs. He makes movies, and his content was getting struck down. But also YouTube is now not just a website where you post videos. It's becoming a huge it's a huge business. It's a huge market now, and if YouTube wants to sustain itself, they don't want ads playing on videos talking about shootings and these weird conspiracy theories by psychos like Alex Jones. Also, YouTube wants to, I feel express to the other companies, maybe people who are in charge of other companies, older people, that YouTube should be taken seriously and that they're not going to tolerate nonsense on their website, which I think a lot of younger people kind of understand that this is YouTube, this is free, we post what we want, but also a lot of older people who are in this in the same ballpark as YouTube aren't going to get that.
Yeah, I feel like on that note though, because YouTube of course has the right to take down videos, they need to be smarter at the end of the day on what videos they take down. Because I was reading an article by Fortune the other day, and it said that 84% of videos that YouTube took down in the last fiscal quarter were all taken down by AI flagged videos. And that's because it's not people actually going in and saying, are these videos good or bad? But they're having their technology do it, which isn't that advanced yet. That's taking down videos that really aren't supporting many extremist policies or aren't promoting violence as a whole. So I think it's the obligation of YouTube at the end of the day to make sure that if they take down videos, make it that they're smarter about doing so, and that people still have a platform that they can post and express their own opinions and create their own content.
Preach.
And for that, this is Vsauce. Andreas here.